he did cook. He was in, he was in a position for multiple years.
Should we sound the trumpets as like a moment of respect?
Please do.
Silence?
Please do. Why are you closing your eyes?
There's a moment of silence that you broke.
He hasn't died.
Yeah, but it's a sign of respect, you know?
All right.
Sign of respect,
Anyway,
Tim Cook.
obviously the FT covered this yesterday with the title Apple Chief Tim Cook to hand over to John Ternus in September. The head of hardware to become the next chief executive, while Cook will become chair of the iPhone maker. Before we go on to the FT article, I think we should probably do the community note from Apple themselves. So if we can pull that up, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We can start to read this. But this is obviously from the man himself, Tim Cook. Community letter from Tim. It goes to the Apple community. For the past 15 years, I've started just about every morning the same way. I open my email and I read notes I received the day before from Apple's users all over the world. I share little pieces of your lives. You share little pieces of your lives with me and tell me things you want me to know about how Apple has touched you, about the moment your mum was saved by her Apple Watch, about the perfect selfie you captured at the summit of a mountain that seemed impossible to climb. You thank me for the ways Mac has changed what you can do at work, and sometimes give me a hard time because something you care about isn't working like it should. In every one of those emails, I feel the beating heart of our shared humanity. I feel a sense of deepening obligation to work harder and push further, but most of all, I feel a gratitude that I cannot put into words, that I somehow got to be the person on the other end of those emails, the leader of a company that ignites imaginations and enriches lives in such profound ways. It defies description. What an honor and a privilege it has been. Today, we announce that I'm taking the next step in my journey at Apple. Over the coming months, I will be transitioning into a new role, leaving the CEO job behind in September and becoming Apple's executive, chairman. A new person will be stepping into what I know in my heart is the best job in the world. That leader is John Ternus, a brilliant engineer and thinker who has spent the last 25 years building the Apple products our users love so much, obsessed with every detail, focused on every possible way we can make something better, bolder, more beautiful, and more meaningful. He is the perfect person for the job. John cares so much about who we are at Apple, what we do at Apple, who we reach at Apple, and who has the heart and character to lead with extraordinary integrity. I'm so proud to call him Apple's next CEO. This company will reach such incredible heights under his leadership, and you will feel his impact in every bit of a delight and discovery that grows out of the products and services to come. I can't wait for you to get to know him like I do. This is not goodbye, but at this moment of transition, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you, not on behalf of the company this time, though there is a wellspring of gratitude for you that overflows inside our walls, but simply on behalf of me, Tim, a person who grew up in a rural place in a different time, and for these magical moments got to be the CEO of the greatest company in the world. Thank you for the confidence and kindness you've shown me. Thank you for saying hi to me on the street in our stores. Thank you for cheering alongside me when we unveil the new product or service. Thank you for all. Thank you most of all for believing in me to lead the company that has always put you at the center of our work. Every day we get up and think about what we can do to make your life a little bit better. And every day you've made mine the best I could have asked for. Thank you, Tim Cook. What a letter, man.
That was applause for a beautiful and a beautiful read from you.
Thank you.
Really well read.
Well, it's the third time I've read it, so I was practicing last night when I was
in the
reading.
mirror.
No, I'm joking. What strikes out to me most when I first read this, and now I guess it always strikes me again. Maybe I'll read it later as well. That it was like the human connection side of Apple, right? I think it's so nice that they, with everything that's going on in the AI world and all of that kind of stuff, obviously I think the narrative, I don't think Dario is now pushing that, but the narrative of kind of Claude, like Anthropic, I guess, being, to enable the human to do better. I think a lot of what, obviously Dario is kind of saying different things right now, but Sam Altman is very much a kind of like public proponent of, hey, we are trying to make humanity better, regardless of kind of what they do at OpenAI. but I feel, you know, oh, well, Apple's always been there from day one. You
Apple
know.
are the OG.
They
gates,
are the OG human maxes. They make sure that all of their products are you know, ergonomically designed to, you know, a very high precise bar, which is, you know, what they do best, right? It'll be interesting to see as an engineer taking on this, you know, this kind of role.
Apparently he's a beast.
I feel like he has to be a beast.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a
he's just
funny
taken
like
on the
leak
CEO role.
on his LinkedIn, but we can bring this down. We'll start digging into the notes. There's a funny thing on his LinkedIn.
Wait,
like
who's
what?
LinkedIn?
The next guy stepping in, so it's like doesn't have Twitter. Like someone quoted it, it's like the new guy doesn't have Twitter. Like, I like him already. And then his LinkedIn's just like no profile picture. It's just Apple 25 years. And
Yeah,
then, like,
big
at
up
Harvard
John.
as well.
John Turners, we love it.
But let's go into the FT article and
Yeah,
break it
yeah.
down to where we're. So Tim Cook will step down as Apple chief executive in September, handing over to hardware boss John Ternus and ending a 15-year tender during which his operational expertise helped turn the iPhone maker into one of the world's most valuable companies. The 65-year-old, who succeeded Apple's charismatic founder Steve Jobs in 2011, defied initial skepticism to turbocharge iPhone sales, build a services business, and navigate an increasingly fractious relationship between US and China, an important market and manufacturing hub for Apple. Ternus, who in a quarter-century career at Apple has risen through the ranks to oversee the engineering of its best-selling products, including iPhone, iPad, and
He
the
built
Mac.
all the iPhones, by the way.
He's the dude behind
He's the dude behind the building of the
constructing them.
iPhones.
Engineering of its best-selling products, iPhone, iPad, and the Mac.
Because
will
when
become-
Tim Cook, sorry, I'll let you finish in a sec. But when Tim Cook, where was that tweet? It was like, yeah, what they actually created. So this is from
we can
Shirish.
pull that up on the screen actually.
Yeah, maybe we just put just quickly, and then we'll go back to the thing. And what I think the most interesting thing, obviously the biggest thing is Tim Cook grew it from $350 billion market cap company to a $4 trillion market cap company, which obviously, you know, over 14 years is a bonkers feat. But all of the products that that Tim Cook has released, I didn't actually realize, and I don't know, maybe it's just a kind of blending of time that like the AirPods were released under Tim Cook's, you know, CEO-ship, and like the AirPods do like, I think it's like $18 billion in revenue, more than like some of the kind of like larger market cap companies in the world.
Yeah.
Just that, you know, vertical of business alone.
I remember when that first graphic dropped, and everyone was like, "Wait, how does that?
Yeah,
work?
how does that
Is
even
that
work,
Just
dude?
a single
But dude,
product line.
if you look at like, and I'm sure it's the same in like basically every other like major city. But if you look at, you know, the tube on a London tube on a whatever Tuesday morning, and you just look at the sea of people, guaranteed 95% of them will have Apple.
the headphones
AirPods.
of choice are just like Apple products.
It's just like
I don't think I've ever had.
I think
I
it's
know.
like a little bit negative aura to
you ever
have
have-
something else.
Did you ever have school candies? What are they called?
Is that what they call it?
I think they were called
Skull
school
candies.
candies, like the old school ones. They were all like in like Rasta colours.
I had
as
some
well.
like Rasta,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like yellow, green,
I
and
don't know why they
like
kept
brown
on.
or something. And they had like these. Mine were like made of like bamboo.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I don't know why everyone was walking around with these little Rasta headphones in like year 7.
I bought them on a ferry on the way to France.
I don't know where I got mine.
It was a big purchase of you know, for I don't know,
But yeah, those are the
14-year-old me.
only. I think I've had Bose overheads as well, which were pretty good.
Oh, see, I've never had those. That was a bit of a craze. What, in maybe like 2017?
What, the Bose headphones?
Bose headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did that thing with Dre, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Beats. Sorry.
Oh
Beats.
no, yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, I meant
were the
Beats. I meant
craze.
Beats.
Yeah,
I meant
yeah,
Beats.
yeah.
Not
Did I have a
Bose.
pair? I don't think I had a pair of Beats. I don't think I ever got a pair of Beats. But yeah, they were like
Beats were too
they were manufactured terribly. Like they
Beats were too
such
cool for me.
awful
And then they so
quality.
anyway, they released the AirPods. Obviously, the M1 chip which is in every flagship, you know, Apple product now, and they're kind of iterating on that, which is super interesting. Apple Vision Pro wasn't great, but you know they're still
Bit of
doing
a
things.
flop, yeah.
I also think what was in that. I mean, we can go back to the FT article, I guess. Because the other thing that was super interesting was at the same time, Turnus will have to steer the company's AI strategy, as it struggles to harness the technology following a rare series of misfires that have blotted the past couple of years of Cook's leadership. Because, I mean, for one of the most valuable companies in the world, they are nowhere near where they should be in the AI race. I don't know. Do you think that they would kind of lean heavier into that, or are they?
I feel like that's a strategic choice that's paid off well.
I know. So I think they tried. I mean, they tried, like, you know,
with Siri,
every iPhone obviously has its own AI, like companion kind of software built within it. No one uses it. I don't know anyone who uses.
But they didn't. So their capex spend recorded essentially every single other Mag 7 company was pouring like billions and billions and billions and billions into AI.
Yeah.
They didn't put anything into it.
True, actually. Okay, so look, this is a super interesting dynamic, right? Where you've got one of the most valuable companies in the world, and the CEO has just written a however many words that was, maybe like 500 word, community letter, stepping down. No word of that was AI. It was all about human centric design and building software and hardware for humans, right? Which is a very nice take. I mean, even the top of the letter is the hand like written, thing,
the
right?
organic vibes,
sort
of stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's paid off for them, right? Like their stock is doing incredibly well.
Do you think they will? Do you think John will lean like more into that?
I don't know. I mean, if Tim has handed him a strategic bet that he started that was working, I can't see why John would want to move away from that.
Yeah,
like it's not like they are doing very well, having not poured, tens to
one of the few technology companies,
the only Mag 7 to not
lean into
like fire in billions and billions and billions into AI based off their like capex. Which is like, again, their stock hasn't, like it's trended well with that news as well. So it's like the market's like, okay, Apple, do your thing, that's fine.
Yeah, do your thing. I mean, they're still selling $20 billion worth of iPhones every year.
There you go. Like, how do you mess like that? Just can't. Like,
is it 20 billion or 200 billion? 200 billion is a lot. Maybe
the market cap's $4 trillion.
Yeah.
So, but as part of the change, Apple said that Cook will become the executive chair. He will replace Arthur Levinson, who
200 billion.
200 billion.
Yeah.
Arthur Levinson, who will become lead independent director after 15 years leading the board. Shares in Apple slipped 0.6% in pre-market trading on Tuesday, giving the company based in California a market cap of $4 trillion. The FT reported in November that Apple's board was preparing a new name to name a new chief executive this year, and Turnus had long been viewed as Cook's likely successor. And the quote here, "I am filled with optimism about what we can achieve in the years to come," Turnus said. I've been lucky to have worked under Steve Jobs and to have had Tim Cook as my mentor. Cook, a close confidant of Apple's founder, initially took over as interim chief while Jobs was undergoing cancer treatment in 2009, before assuming permanent responsibilities in August 2011, shortly after Jobs' death. There's a whole... this is like a really, really detailed article, actually. The FT have really gone into everything here. But I guess a little bit more on like the trajectory it's been on previously, and then also like looking forward to what they've had to navigate. So Cook steered the company through the COVID-19 pandemic and legal and tax scrutiny from antitrust regulators and politicians. Recently, he's had to navigate US-China trade disruptions under Trump, securing repeated tariff carve-outs for the company's products. He was actually one of the only ones who was like incredibly outspoken and did very well navigating that whole, I don't even know what you call it, situation. Apple has also released a series of new products under Cook, including the Apple Watch, Vision Pro, and AirPods. These additions have diversified its revenue although the iPhone still accounts for roughly half of its sales. An ambitious project to build an Apple car was shelved in 2024. I remember that when it got leaked. Everyone was just like, what the hell is going on here? Apple car, probably not the right bet.
Well, dude, as with an engineer in the house, I mean, you never know.